Our top story tonight in Formula One, Audi Sport has been found guilty of financial fraud. They are guilty of not disclosing extra sponsorship money coming into the team, and now several of Audi's finance team have been fired as a result. In the wake of this controversy, Audi's team principal Aarava has offered his resignation as he seeks to take responsibility in order to protect the rest of the German outfit. He is set to miss the upcoming Las Vegas GP now, as Audi scramble to find a replacement.
Yeah, I just think following our internal investigation, of course, the due diligence of the FIA and Formula One into the matter, I just think it's right for me to take responsibility as the team principal. Yes, I know we've also internally taken care of some loose ends in the team, but I think ultimately the team principal must take responsibility for what's happened, and I think it's best for me not to be in the top seat anymore here at Audi. I hope them the best for the rest of the season. I hope this won't be too much of a distraction for them to see out the Constructors' World Championship, and especially for Ollie, I hope he just got into the lead, the Drivers' Championship previously, so I really hope he can see out and get his first ever championship. It was something we were building really well here at Audi, and it's I can't lie, it's a shame to leave it like this.
Though he will be a familiar face in the F1 paddock for the remainder of the season, as his old team Aarava Archer GP has said he is always welcome in our hospitality, being of course our founder, no matter recent rivalries. It is expected Aarava will look to find a new job in the new year now. With 6 races remaining in the current 2028 season, however, attention will quickly turn to the Constructors' title fight that is still to be settled between Audi and Aarava Archer GP. And, of course, the driver's title between Ollie Bearman and Kimi Antonelli.
Yep, that's right. I'm back, baby. We're back on F1 Manager 24, and we can continue this 2028 season. Not in the same way as I'm sure you deduced by that intro, but we can nevertheless see out the 2028 season, see how it actually pans out over the remaining races, and then move into 2029 with a clean slate, and hopefully my game and hopefully this save file will reset itself and not get in a soft lock again into the next season. But yeah, never count out your boy Aarava to even make an intricate storyline out of a game-breaking bug and make it work somehow. Always thinking about the storytelling. Just to quickly be very open with you guys and actually explain what that entire story intro was about and how we're actually going ahead with the rest of 2028. So, if you watched my previous F1 Manager video, you'll know I got a game-breaking bug where into the US GP, I got a soft lock. It's a soft lock that is known. It happens to other people, not just on PC, but even console players can get this soft lock where it continuously says you have missing parts and you're blocked from going to the next Grand Prix. You try to go on, even if you replace every part, and it just soft locks itself into like a void of a main menu where you can't click any buttons, basically. And no matter what I tried, removing that particular race, replacing that race, whatever, the only solution I came to at the time was if I deleted every race coming up and ended the season there and then, I could go into next season, and according to other people online, that would then reset the problem and I wouldn't have it anymore going into 2029, the next season of this career mode. So that was an option, but obviously it would have meant very unfairly we would have been crowned the world champions with Audi and Ollie Bearman because he had got into the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Literally, in that final race before that soft lock, he would have then won the Drivers' World Championship because the season ended, what, like 6 races early? And to be fair, from the comments from you guys, there were actually some scenarios and some stories we could have weaved to kind of account for that, you know, some sort of, you know, world-ending event again in 2028, cancels the F1 season, blah, blah, blah. But I really just still, it felt really bad to me that, one, we were getting an easy win with Audi and for Bearman by ending the season there, and it was just a shame not to be able to see how the rest of the season panned out, because it did seem like at the time we had got momentum, but equally the momentum was there because of some luck of aarava Archer GP, of Antonelli not scoring some points, but we know they're actually the better team. So I found a solution. I've used a different online save editor, which shout out to them, I'll leave it down in the description. And this editor allows you to move teams inside of your save file. So I have moved myself out of Audi, and in any other team that I move to, the soft lock does not happen. I've tested it out by doing the Las Vegas GP, simulating it, and it worked. We were able to load into the race, simulate the race, and then move on from there. So that's why the part of the story of me missing the next race because of the proceedings and whatever was basically played in, because I was testing it out. So what I've done, alluding from the story you guys saw at the intro, I've moved myself back to aarava Archer GP, but I will not be doing a single bit of actual management for them. I will just be allowing them to run. We'll be simulating the Mexican Grand Prix, the US GP, Abu Dhabi, and then the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And then for the final race, I will go back and use that tool again to then move myself to whoever is at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship, because then I will actually load in to manage the race. But actually, in fact, all I'll be doing is watching with a keen eye and following the top teams to see how truly this season is going to pan out. So this is the best compromise I can see going forward to still enjoy what should have been the end of a really fantastic 2028 season, and at the same time, you know, having fun with the story and creating this, you know, funny scenario of, you know, yeah, me being fired essentially, or stepping down from Audi, and just seeing from afar how the season pans out basically. And because we're simulating all these races, including the last race, I won't be managing any of the teams in the championship fight. I hope that you'll agree this is a very fair way to see who wins the championship. And in many ways, you know, it's not actually fair, because really Audi, well, I hope you agree, are going to probably perform worse without me. I'm not saying that's, you know, because I'm so great. It's just a simple fact that I don't think the AI manager, you know, the AI will ever be able to manage as well as you, because they'll never be able to make maybe the really ballsy call or the really, you know, 300 IQ call to win a championship, potentially. I mean, there have been times, obviously, the AI have absolutely cooked me. So let's see. Maybe the AI now of Audi, the incoming new team principal, is going to take over and absolutely just slap up the rest of the season and dominate. That's the fun of it. We're going to see, and we're going to see how the AI AAGP team do against them. So we have 4 races coming up that we're going to be simulating back to back to back, and it's going to be very intriguing to see what the results are every single time. But like I said, I did simulate the Las Vegas Grand Prix to test out this fix. Are you ready to see them? Because they're pretty damn juicy, and they pretty much solidify my reasoning for really wanting to see out this season, even if it's simulated, because we'll still get a lot of entertainment from it. Teo Porcher won the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Antonelli got second place. Leclerc in third. So neither of the Audi cars on the podium, and in fact, Ollie Bearman only came in P7. Pato Award retired from that race in last place. Russell was P16, so to be fair, it was 1 car apiece for aarava Archer GP and Audi in the top 10, but Bearman down in P7. Antonelli with a big second place to come back from obviously a series of disappointing results. You know, in Singapore, the race before, he had scored 0 points, and this is where Bearman got the lead of the championship. And in Monza, where Bearman was on the podium there, he was also out the points. There were 2 non-points finishes for Kimi Antonelli going into the Las Vegas Grand Prix, where we then have the soft lock. But now we simulated it. Antonelli got a podium, and Bearman down in P7, Porcher up there, Leclerc up there. Really interesting top 10 with both Alpines looking very strong, both Red Bulls looking strong. So going into the final 5 races of the season, Audi still lead the Constructors' Championship ahead of aarava Archer Racing, 459 points to 382. Only 10 points behind now are Red Bull Ford. But I did not see this coming whatsoever. But because Teo Porcher won Las Vegas, he won Singapore, he won Monza. I didn't even clock at the run Teo Porcher had gone on of 3 wins in a row. I was too focused on where Kimi Antonelli was and, you know, where Behrman, our driver, or our ex-driver now, as I'm not in Audi anymore, was doing. And I was so concerned, I didn't realize what was happening. And so, from the absolute middle of nowhere, at the back post, the dark horse, Teo Porcher, leads the Drivers' Championship, going into the final 5 races. This is unbelievable. This is truly I say next gen of Formula 1. Unfortunately, Teo Porcher in reality doesn't look like he's making the step to F1 maybe, but this was the hopeful full next gen roster of drivers. Porcher, Antonelli, Behrman, all fighting. It's a 3-way fight for the Drivers' Championship. Porcher leads, 2 points to Antonelli, 4 points to Behrman. It's game on. And so more than ever, this is why we must simulate the rest of this season to see how this pans out. I have to see how the final race pans out and who wins this, because this is unbelievable. And now, obviously, I'm not even managing Audi, so I'm just, I'm like you guys, I'm a spectator. I'm just very intrigued to see who the hell wins it. This is fantastic. So let's go on. We're going to simulate the 4 races, and then we will watch the final race. I hope you guys are strapped in and excited. Right, this is it. The simulation is completed for Mexico. Who's it going to be? And the winner is Teo Porcher. Oh my word. At the right time, literally from nowhere, he has come good at the exact right time. And what's happened to Behrman? Oh no. Ollie Behrman, what's going on? The new team principal at Audi is absolutely washed. What has happened there? I mean, to be fair, Pato's in P7, so clearly individually Behrman's felt the pressure. He's crumbling. He's crumbling at the worst time. Anthony limping for second place, but this man is in charge of his own destiny. That's 4 wins in a row for Teo Porcher. Norris third. Even Colapinto's up there, so Red Bull have clearly been upgrading very well in this last part of the season. Leclerc and Alpine also a bit more consistently up there, at least near the podium shout. But Porcher now takes a commanding 11-point lead to Antonelli. Behrman, the least of his concerns is Antonelli. It's more Teo Porcher. Porcher has come out of nowhere. He's doing a smash and grab, it would seem. Constructors wise, Red Bull, what did I say, are now in second place. Red Bull Ford, for the first time, are looking genuinely back as a team. It's been a long while since like season 1, since they've been looking this good in the constructors. They're ahead of AAGP. Alpine have overtaken Ferrari. That's a very close fight. But Red Bull into second, I still think, you know, from afar, in my opinion, I think I did a good enough job with Audi where they can see out this season and still get that Constructors' Championship. Not that I care anymore because I'm not part of the team. I'm just an unemployed man watching the rest of the season, sipping a nice cocktail in the AAGP hospitality. That's crazy. I didn't see this happening. I did not see this happening. Like, I didn't even clock, like I said, I didn't even clock Porcher had won 3 races in a row, or 2 races in a row, going on 3 in Las Vegas, and now it's 4. And if we look at the R&D chart now, at this point in the season, Porcher winning 4 races in a row, yes, it's very close. So, you know, the drivers are making the difference. But in that same way, Porcher is making such a difference because Red Bull do not have the best car on the grid. On paper, AAGP is the best car. So there was reason for, you know, Antonelli to be doing well at the time until he started having these little wobbles. And then, I mean, Audi, we weren't in a bad position. You know, we had a good car. They still have a good car. But now individually, Behrman is cracking a bit and feeling that pressure. But Porcher is just doing an unbelievable individual job. Obviously, Colapinto is now also getting a little bit better as well. I think he's now up to like 87 rating, I think, at this point in the season. So he's really growing very well. So that's why Red Bull are also climbing up. Because also, Colapinto's scoring when Russell, if you've noticed, has not been scoring very well for AAGP. And neither is Pato. Obviously, before we left Audi, Pato, you know, there was a big focus on just Bearman, and we didn't really mind if Patter didn't score well, and he wasn't scoring well, but it didn't matter to us. But in terms of, you know, the dynamic here and what it's showing, it's just showing Théo Pourchaire as a driver in this moment, in this save now. He's just clicked to the right moment, and it's like an upward trajectory of like, oh my days. He's just come in and stolen this whole thing. At least that's how it's looking right now. Let's see how the remaining races go on until the finale. Right, next race, Austin, the USGP, the race that we've had today, IRL. This one in game, I saw on the weather, was actually laden with rain. So that's definitely going to mix things up. Let's see how the simulator results go. Oh, Antonelli claps back at Théo Pourchaire, but look at this man. He is in so much form. He's climbed 11 places in the race to still get second. Bearman's had a bit of a solid return to third, but he needs way more than that. It's a little bit too late in a way. He needs to be winning these races to come back at Pourchaire and Antonelli, and instead Antonelli is the one winning it. Russell P7, so at least AAGP score twice. Bearman and O'Ward score, so that will help in terms of that. So Drivers' Championship-wise, Pourchaire now 330, 3 points the gap is to Antonelli. Bearman, he needs to now basically win every single race, I feel, if he wants to win this, which is a real shame. I'm really sad to see that, because before I left Audi, before I left the team, he was leading the championship with us, but you know, how he performs is kind of, you know, in a way out of anyone's control, because if he's just cracked under pressure, you know, in those races following and just not scored and done well enough, then, you know, what can you do? Constructors wise, Audi's still very comfortable in P1, so you know what, that's the bigger thing for me as an individual that I'm going to be still proud of what we've done in 2028. But AAGP come back at Red Bull, but they're busy fighting Red Bull, and Audi are just keeping that margin, which is exactly why I was so quietly confident about that. Ferrari come back at Alpine, so that's going to be a very tight fight to the end of the season, and it seems like this might as well. So there's a great double constructors fight going on for P2 and P4, and then there's a brilliant fight going on for the drivers, it would seem. But unfortunately, it's not, you know, with my, well, it is with one of my ex-drivers, but it's not with my most current ex-driver, Bearman. He's fallen away. He's missing my guiding hand, you know, around his shoulder, you know. I would have been there, picking him up, going, come on, man, get it together. But, you know, I don't know what randomer is managing him now, but they're just not got the same touch, have they? All right, now for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix simulation. Big one for Antonelli and Pourchaire. For Bearman, he basically has to win this. He has to be winning the last three for any chance. I feel like he's already out of it, but let's see. And it is Théo Pourchaire that comes in with the win. Bearman second, Antonelli down in fifth. That's got to be big for Pourchaire and his championship then, because he's back into the lead, and he's now got a lead again of a decent margin actually into the final two races, 355 to 337. He is still just about mathematically in with a shout of the championship, but it's very low chance. Like, he needs Pourchaire to basically DNF now in the last two races. Constructors wise, Red Bull back into the second place, and actually with a decent 20-point cushion there because of Antonelli being down the order. I think again Russell absolutely fumbling here. What is going on with Russell's car? So I think Red Bull actually would feel more comfy about second place here. And you know what? They're only now 50-ish points off Audi. If there are more races, Red Bull genuinely would have a run at Audi, you know. So into next season, actually, Red Bull Ford will be definitely a team to watch, because they're going to be springboarding into that next season with such a strong end to this one, especially if Pourchaire goes and wins the Drivers' Championship. Colapinto, even though, breaks into the top. So Colapinto finishing above Russell. That's mad. That's actually the biggest indication of how strong Red Bull have become at the end of this season. Right, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the second last race to set up the finale. It seems like the constructors will be inevitable, but the Drivers' Championship is going to be set up with this one, and it seems like it might be Pourchaire versus Antonelli.
Pure elation for the Sauber team, the winners of this year's Constructors' Championship.
And they certainly had to work hard for it. with no way to tell who was going to take the title.
Antonelli wins this race. Whoa, Porsche down in 7th. That's massive. That's massive for Antonelli. Bearman P3, that's decent, but it's a little bit too late. Maybe impossible. I think he's fully out now mathematically. But Antonelli claps back. Oh my days. What a finale this is. 2 points separating Antonelli and Théo Pourchaire. Unfortunately, Bearman is completely out of it. That's a bit deflating for me to see, having been his manager for so long of 2028. And, you know, Audi have won the Constructors, and that is not the new manager's work. That is my work. That is my work. It's bittersweet being sat here now on the sidelines as an unemployed manager, just watching as a neutral. But I know that that's my work. I know that I got them to that position where they've won it a race early. But, what can you do? What can you do about Ollie Bearman? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he would have had the same bad luck even if I was managing Audi. You know, you really can't tell. But what I am so happy about is that there is still a very cool story to tell here in the final race. And we're going to get to watch it happen properly in front of our eyes, because we will watch the race and see how Antonelli does versus Théo Pourchaire. Will Antonelli become a double world champion back-to-back with my custom-made team? Or will Théo Pourchaire get his first ever championship for Red Bull Ford? That's going to be amazing. But here we are then, the final race weekend. You can see I've edited the save, so I'm now technically with Haas, but I'll just be watching, obviously, the battle at the front, and it will fully be down to all the AI management to see how this ends. We've got a light rain race at Brazil. How fitting for a finale this big between two people that are only 2 points apart. And this is how qualifying went. Antonelli on pole position for this crucial final race. Pourchaire 4th, but it seems like he has a grid penalty. So are Red Bull Ford going to throw this away for Théo at the last race with this penalty? That's massive. That is huge. And Bearman and Pato, they come strong at the wrong time. Like for Bearman, like where was this pace in those last couple of races where he needed to still be scoring to fight for his own Drivers' Championship? It's a little too late for him. This now maybe seems like it's very much in Antonelli's court. He's leading the championship. He's on pole, but we know how good Théo Pourchaire has been. He bloody won 4 races in a row to get into this position, so don't rule him out.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway.
It's an unlucky P13 for them, but with slower cars ahead and around them, there's every chance to go forward.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Who will win? Only time will tell. Here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. It's lights out.
Lights out and away we go. Antonelli off pole position. And it's a good start for him. Ollie Bearman, though, down into P1. Bearman going out with a fight in the final race of the season. Where is Pourchaire? Pourchaire is P10. And he's already in the points then, at least. Looks like he's on the medium, I think. Antonelli on the mediums as well. Looking to fight Ollie Bearman, his ex-teammate at AAGP. And O'Ward's done him. What the? Oh, my days. Audi having a victory lap of a last race, potentially. They come to this race, obviously, as the new Constructors' Champions. Thanks to me. Big thanks to me. Obviously, no longer affiliated with Audi, but thanks to me. But Bearman and O'Ward down to 1-2 in this race. I mean, for Bearman's sake, where was this? Where was this pace in the last few episodes, races, you know? Because he's not in a championship fight anymore. Antonelli very much is in 3rd place. Pourchaire down to 11th. He's been overtaken by Ocon. So he needs to get a move on. But Antonelli being pushed down the order, that bodes well for him, as Pato, as he has quite a few times, is taking the fight to Bearman here, as the two Audis are side by side, and O'Ward does take the lead of this race. The two of them will squabble, as we're going to just fast forward this here. Obviously, I'm not doing any managing, so I don't need to really even not, I don't need to slow things down as much. We can actually go ×2 for most of this thing and just see how it goes, basically. But right now, Antonelli P3, Pourchaire P11. I'll fast forward to lap. You know what? I'll do every 10 laps. Let's update you on this because because I'm not actually managing it. There's no need to actually watch the race slowly. So let's just see the highlights of every 10 laps, how things are going. But Behrman with a car issue, it seems, mechanical issue, so that's not going to be good for him. Now he's making a move. Oh, Antonelli overtakes both Audis then on lap 5. He gets back ahead. Pourchaire P9 now. Pourchaire P9, and he's now got just Bortoletto, and then there's a big amount of clean air. Pourchaire, for his sake, needs to get into this clean air. He needs to make this overtake happen very quickly, because then he'll be in clean air, and he does it straight away. Look at that. Look at that. Antonelli sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, but Théo Pourchaire now is in clean air and can start really flexing the muscles of that Red Bull Ford and show why he is maybe worthy of his first World Championship. He's got it all to do, though. Behrman, ironically, not in the championship fight, might be helping Pourchaire out because Behrman squeezes Antonelli off. He squeezed him right off onto the runoff area. And now Lando might be in the fight. The Ferrari might nearly overtake Antonelli. That's big. This is big. Other people at play attacking Antonelli. This is going to help Pourchaire out. Oh, Antonelli's down to 4th. Antonelli's down to 4th. Lando Norris and the Ferrari cooking. He's up to 3rd place. Antonelli P4 and maybe feeling a bit of tire wear as Colapinto. Oh, this is juicy. Colapinto, Pourchaire's teammate. Absolutely, you know, Christian Horner is going to be on the ringer. Gisco, you need to get him. You need to overtake him. You need to push him off wide. You need to do something to him. You need to get him, Franco. You need to. Franco Colapinto, will he make the dive? Oh, I thought he was going to go for it there. I really thought he was going to go for it. I'm going to stay on board with Colapinto, you know, show Franco some love here and see what he can do on the onboard. And let's focus on him because he is right there watching Antonelli ahead. And Pourchaire, annoyingly, is fighting Bortoletto. This is not what Pourchaire needs. He is not closed up to this pack of the 2 Alpines. He is being stuck with Bortoletto. That is not good for him. Colapinto can play a much bigger role, that means, because he genuinely probably needs to hold Antonelli up. Oh, there you go. There you go. Colapinto's ahead. Colapinto's ahead of Antonelli. He pushes him down to P5, and Pourchaire is shaken off Bortoletto because Bortoletto might find himself in a fight with Ocon, and Pourchaire now really needs to get the move on. He can't get re-overtaken by Ocon. He needs to close this gap for his sake. And Antonelli, he'll be a bit nervy, and it looks like, oh, Lando's in P1, you know. The Ferrari actually now pulling away. The Ferrari might be on for the win. Let's see. I'm now actually, I said I was going to fast forward every 10 laps. I'm actually now going to fast forward 10 laps. Red flag! Red flag! That's going to change things. Pourchaire was still P9, stuck behind Ocon. Antonelli P5. Red flag is going to bunch everything up, and it's because of Giovinazzi crashing with the Mercedes. That's big. Oh, that's big. Red flag. That's huge. Oh, and there's rain coming 3 minutes after the restart. Oh my God, this finale is going to heat up. Pourchaire now is only 4 positions behind Antonelli, and there's rain on the way. Oh my days. I'm so happy we found a solution to watch this ending, because this is actually unreal. 5 red lights once again. Intermediates, it seems, for everyone. Pourchaire, let's see what he can do from P9. He needs to get a move on. Antonelli, is he going to get blocked by Colapinto? Well, Colapinto probably should try and block him as much as he can. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Colapinto, good defense there and stays ahead. Piastri with a penalty. Colapinto remains ahead of Antonelli. Antonelli a bit gingerly through the left-hander. And Pourchaire is still P9, but he's now looking to overtake the Alpine ahead. This is big. This is big. This is exciting. This is very exciting indeed. Oh, Ward leads the way, by the way, for Audi. It's an Audi 1-2. What a last victory lap this would be, as they both get ahead of Lando Norris in P3 now in the Ferrari. But the focus is on Antonelli and Théo Pourchaire. Oh, Pourchaire is not making progress. Look at the gap on the minimap there. Look at the gap that has formed on the minimap. Pourchaire is stuck behind Bottas now, and he really needs to get an overtake done on Bottas. He needs to clear Bottas, otherwise he's got no hope. Antonelli is there, still P5. This is an open goal for Pourchaire in the championship in terms of if he just gets these overtakes done, Antonelli is catchable, but right now, traffic is thwarting the Red Bull Ford. You know, Red Bull have Red Bull have unfortunate luck sometimes with this in finales of traffic holding them up. You know, Mark Webber, think back all the way to 2010, got held up in traffic and just couldn't get the positions he needed in the finale. Equally, also Fernando Alonso did, and that allowed the other Red Bull to win. But, you know, Red Bull have been known to get frustrated in traffic. This is big. Oh, what are you doing, Pourchaire? Oh, this is big. This is needed. He needs to push away now. If I was managing Red Bull, I'd be pushing him like a stabbed rat, try and close up to Ocon, who was overtakeable, even though that's not a word. You know what I mean. You know, he was a car that Pourchaire could overtake. But instead, look at this. He gets re-overtaken by Bottas. If it stays like this, then I think Antonelli, very, very closely will be able to win this championship. He's definitely not having it easy, you know. This will be a nerve-wracking position for him. But right now, it doesn't matter as long as Pourchaire still gets stuck with traffic. And I have a feeling Antonelli might start cooking, actually. He might actually make an overtake here because he's very close to Lando. Lando's now got a car problem. Colapinto's now down to P4 as we traverse this race a little bit quicker. Speed this along. Still intermediates, I think, isn't it? Yeah, still inters. And Pourchaire's worn his tyres. Pourchaire's worn his tyres. Being stuck behind Bottas, who he's now actually finally got away from. So, maybe this is the start of the climb up. Antonelli being held by Colapinto. And Pourchaire getting ever closer to another position of Ocon. Then it's Leclerc. Then it's Antonelli, who Colapinto is now having to let through. Not unintentionally, obviously, but just he had the better pace there. But let's see. Two Audis are absolutely cooking. Look at that. Look at that. They're so far ahead of everyone. O'Ward and Behrman in a world of their own. Honestly, winning a championship, huge momentum and morale booster, it would seem, for their performance. Antonelli being attacked by Leclerc, Lando falling away, Colapinto falling away, and Pourchaire now is maybe in the vicinity of Ocon. And there is still time in this race for things to change. Okay, you can see Pourchaire now is slowly getting to join that train. I think, yeah, there he is now. He's on the back of Ocon, so he's in that train now, and Pourchaire has overtaken Ocon. Pourchaire is up to P7. Colapinto's next, so Colapinto should dive out of the way. Oh, no. Pourchaire's got a car issue. Some sort of car issue for Pourchaire. So the ebb and flow, he's just there. Antonelli's just up the road, but now Pourchaire's got a car issue maybe as well. Oh, O'Ward pits. Is it time to pit? Are these guys coming in for dries, is it, or what? What tyre is it? What tyre is it? Oh, no, another set of inters. Okay, just another set of inters. So inters to the end then, it would seem. Behrman staying out. Antonelli stays out. Pourchaire stays out. O'Ward may have made a mistake because now you can see from Paul Aaron here, track is drying. So O'Ward maybe has made a mistake going on to new inters. Pourchaire now, having overtaken Colapinto, is up to P5, but Antonelli's P3, going for P2. But they're just there. They're just there. Behrman's in. Antonelli and Pourchaire still staying out. Pourchaire fighting Colapinto. Not what they need. Not what Red Bull need. Antonelli continues with Lando. O'Ward is on those new inters. Behrman on a new set of inters now. So even though it was damp, I guess the weather is not really... Okay, it's still very much inters to the end. Last 10 laps will be dry, though. So there's still a pit stop to make in this race. But what is the tyre wear for these guys? 49.49. Very equalised. So these two won't have an issue matching each other in terms of tyre wear to the dry period. Interesting. Pourchaire's now pulled away a little bit from Colapinto, which is what he needs. Antonelli... Ooh, yellow flags. Oh, it's for the driver that we are technically managing today. Crawford has crashed there. Antonelli being attacked by the Ferrari. 5 seconds the gap. 5 seconds the gap to Pourchaire now. And in like 4 laps time. Ooh, Norris pits. 4 laps time. It's going to be dries. It's going to be dries soon. And Lando's pit for inters again. What are Ferrari doing? I think Pourchaire and Antonelli, well, this is quite amazing. They're 1-2 now. I really hope they're both looking to go to the dry period and someone doesn't pit too early here. Because they... Oh, no, Antonelli's in. Oh, no. What's happening here? Pourchaire continues on. Oh, my days. It's a twist in the tail. Is Pourchaire going to try and get to the end? Is he going to go to the dry period? Or is Antonelli calling his bluff, coming in earlier for the undercut? If I was managing Red Bull, by the way, I would be going to the dry period. You have to try it, but the AI team's probably going to come in. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, no. Pourchaire's not in. Oh, my days. Are they actually going to try this? Oh, my God. I think Pourchaire's actually trying this. Oh, my days. I think he's actually going to the dry period. Antonelli's pit onto new inters, and he's come out behind Lando, and he's now behind Leclerc, O'Ward, Behrman, Colapinto, Ocon. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting. 38% tyre wear for Pourchaire and Ocon. Ocon's coming in. Colapinto, both Red Bulls are staying out. They're the only team to be staying out. Red Bull Ford with the biggest gamble of the season in the final race of the season. And they're now got a 1-2. Behrman might ruin that very soon. But this is big for Pourchaire because the gap is 9 seconds from Pourchaire to Antonelli now. And in 8 laps, it'll be dry. Is he going to go all the way? He's still going. I can't believe this. I actually can't believe this. An AI team is doing this. This is like what you do as a player. But Pourchaire now getting overtaken by Behrman. It doesn't matter to him, though. It doesn't matter to him. He's still 5 seconds ahead of Antonelli. He's got track position. He's just got to... As long as, for Pourchaire's sake, he's got to hope that Antonelli doesn't catch him before the dry period, which well may be the case. Antonelli has got Lando now. He's looking for the overtake. Kimi, our old driver, the man, we won him, his first World Championship in the finale. Go on, son. Get the overtake done on Leclerc. Come on. Oh, no. Not done it yet. This is very intriguing. Pourchaire continues on. I really rate Red Bull doing this. I really rate it. But... my intuition, my gut feeling is that Antonelli will catch him. My intuition, honestly, is that Antonelli will catch him. Because I know firsthand how quick Kimi is. Obviously, Théo Pourchaire showed his class with 4 wins earlier this season. But I think Antonelli's got a bit too much pace as he overtakes Colapinto now. Colapinto trying to be the best teammate in the world, holding Antonelli up. And he actually does so. That's actually really good from Colapinto. He's really actually holding him up here. Doesn't look like it, but he definitely is giving Pourchaire a bit more breathing room. He is just there. That's the difference between Antonelli and Pourchaire, is just a segment of the track. 5 laps away from dries. I mean, GG's for Pourchaire trying this, because this is what I would be doing if I was him. But I think Antonelli has got enough pace. But let's see. Let's keep an eye out on that gap there. Oh, Lando's overtaken. Oh, hang on a minute. Lando's re-overtaken Antonelli. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's the tyre wear for Antonelli? Has he wrecked them? No, he's not wrecked the tyres. Pourchaire's still going. 30% tyre wear. My God. But Antonelli now down a position because Lando's overtaken. Intriguing. 15 laps to go. Oh! Pourchaire's here now. What did I say? Lando's overtaken him. And now Antonelli is here. He is here. Oh, my days. This is it. This is the championship fight. Pourchaire is going to try and keep Antonelli at bay. What's the track dryness? What's the water... Oh, my God. It's time for dries. Pourchaire, pit now. Pit now, brother. If you want to try and keep track position, pit now. But is Antonelli going to get him? I can't believe this. This is actually so exciting watching this AI finale. Are either of them going to come in? Oh, no. This is it. The 2 championship contenders side by side into turn 1, and Pourchaire has given up the position. But why hasn't he come in? It's time for dries. It's time for dries. What are Red Bull doing? If you're going to do this strategy, you should come in now. Get the undercut going. Because now Pourchaire's lost. He's lost 3 seconds to Antonelli. What are Red Bull doing? You've got to pit on that lap that Antonelli catches you. Like, are they coming in now? Oh, yeah. Okay. Red Bull come in for the undercut. Antonelli continues on the inters. Okay. Interesting. Red Bull. This has got to be a good pit stop for them. It looks like a pretty good pit stop. Let's see now. Antonelli. Where is he? Antonelli continues. Oh, my days. Oh, no. Oh, this is another twist. 10 laps to go. Track is drying. Red Bull have thrown the gamble again for a big undercut. No one else is in, but Red Bull have come in. They've made 2 bold calls. Crazy. Fair play. Honestly, this is the most impressed I've been by an AI team. Like, if I was still managing Audi, I would have to be sitting here going, look, we're losing to you and Antonelli, but fair play, you're cooking, because they're trying it. They're really going for it. Antonelli's getting held up by Lando. This could be quite crucial, because if these two are together slower than Pourchaire's going now, like, let's look at the last lap. Let's see what the last lap is for Pourchaire. It's a 112. Oh, look at that. 112 dead. Oh, to be fair, 7 tenths, only 7 tenths quicker, but he's 3 seconds quicker than Bottas. So, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Oh, Pourchaire's got a major car issue. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's doing so well, but there's a major mechanical fault. No, that's not what they need right now, Crofty. That's not what they need. So, they've thrown the gamble. They may be very... Oh, there's a puncher! What the... Oh, it's for our car. It's the one I'm managing. Just retire the car, man. Right, the track is looking a lot drier. It's very sunny. Last lap for Pourchaire. Oh, this major issue for them is hurting them. He's on softs on a dry track, and he's 8 tenths slower than Antonelli on intermediates. It might be game over here. It might be game over for Teo Pourchaire. This car issue. Colapinto's gone fastest. Colapinto doesn't have a car issue. Oh, man, that is so gutting for Teo. If he just had Colapinto's, like, pace here, because Colapinto doesn't have a car issue. And that's the true pace of Red Bull. 1:11.5 compared to 1:13.2. That's the nail in the coffin, I fear. That's the nail in the coffin. And that is the cruel mistress of Formula 1. Teo Pourchaire winning 4 races in a row earlier. Storming to the lead. Storming to fight for the championship. And then at the last hurdle, the car is failing him. And Antonelli is doing what he needs to do in P3 here. And I think he might finish the race on Inters. Oh! Antonelli's in. Where's Pourchaire? There's Pourchaire. Antonelli's come in for a late pit stop. Oh, my God. It's another twist. It's another twist in the tail. Where is Antonelli? He's there. He's behind. Oh, my God. This is actually... Guys, this is... Why is this low-key the best finale we've had in the series? And I'm not even a part of it. This is unreal. Oh, my days. Antonelli, P7 now. Fresh, soft tyres, I assume. Completely fresh, soft... Well, 90... Actually, not that fresh. 92% soft tyres. 75% for 75% for Pourchaire. So even though he's got a car issue, he's been saving tyres. Colapinto needs to go away. He needs to go away. Or needs to give Pourchaire constant DRS. But the gap is... What's that? 7 seconds? 7 seconds. There's 4 laps in this race. And Pourchaire, to be fair to Pourchaire, his last lap matched Colapinto. So actually, you know what? Is Colapinto actually making Pourchaire quicker here by giving him DRS? This might be the Red Bull strategy to get him a bit quicker. He's getting DRS here, and he's going quick enough. He's just matched Colapinto's lap time. This has just changed things, because now Antonelli may not be catching Pourchaire at the rate of knots you may think. Oh my days, it's yet another twist in the tail. Unbelievable. 3 laps to go, 3 laps to go. Antonelli now sets a fast lap of the Grand Prix, but Pourchaire is with Colapinto, and he's matching You know what? I thought Colapinto was actually going to annoy Pourchaire, but he's doing him a favor. Franco Colapinto is being the biggest team player here. He is giving Pourchaire DRS constantly, and they're matching pace despite his orange icon. And Antonelli, he's gaining, but is he gaining enough? He's 2.5 behind Lando, who is 1.6, 2 seconds behind basically the Red Bulls, because Leclerc's there as well. Oh, Pourchaire's there, Antonelli's there. And we've got 2 laps to go, is it? 2 laps to go. This is big. This is big. This is going to go down to the wire, maybe. Antonelli needs to push like a stabbed rat I can't believe this. I thought Red Bull, so many times I've thought Red Bull throwing this away, but they keep surprising me. And Antonelli's late pit stop, to be fair, has been a big spanner in the works, because now they're going towards their last lap of the Grand Prix. Pato O'Ward, by the way, leading an Audi 1-2 as they go on to their last lap of this season as reigning world champions. Thanks to me. And it's going to be a 1-2 for Audi, I think. Leclerc up to third. Pourchaire and Colapinto together. Oh my God, Lando's coming through. Where's Antonelli? There he is. He's a bit down the order. Pourchaire goes up to P4. It was a three-way fight. Ollie Behrman overtakes O'Ward on the last lap. This race has been phenomenal. Ollie Behrman on the last lap overtakes O'Ward to take the race lead and maybe the victory. Colapinto is still trying to give Pourchaire aid. Lando's fighting, and Antonelli now can see Pourchaire up the road. This is it. Oh no! Oh my God! No way! No way! Is Antonelli going to still do this? Oh my God! Oh my God! This is unreal. Pourchaire with the car issue. Remember, one final lap. Pourchaire P5, Lando P6, Antonelli P7. Oh my days. Oh my days. Pourchaire getting overtaken on the last lap. Pourchaire goes slow. Lando up to P5. Antonelli. It's going to be a drag race to the line. There's a slow car. O'Ward slow. Pourchaire up to P5. Antonelli P6. O'Ward with some sort of car issue goes from second to seventh. Ollie Behrman, by the way, winning this race. Little too late, son. Little too late. Should have been you in that fight as well, mate. But oh my days. That might be one of the best F1 finale races I've had in an F1 game for like the last 3 years, including the Cody's games. That's unbelievable. And I wasn't even a part of it. Oh my days. Antonelli's won it. Antonelli's won it. Oh, by 1 point. No, by 1 point. Oh, my days. No. You know what's happened there? That overtake. Lando overtaking Pourchaire on that last corner. Very 2008 Brazil-esque. Pourchaire going slow. And Lando overtaking Pourchaire denied him P4, and that would have been the extra 2 points he would have needed to win the championship. Oh my God. Wow. Oh man, I'm so gutted for Pourchaire. That is crazy. He had a car issue. Colapinto, what a guy. He tried to help Pourchaire so much to the point where his pace was equalized with him, even with an orange car issue. But in the end, he couldn't help him enough because he had to pull away. Lando then was able to snap him up in that final sector. And Antonelli watched that overtake in front of him and was probably like, thank God, because that's literally what's got him the championship. He's got his second world championship. And by the way, if they finished level on points, Pourchaire would have won it, because Pourchaire has won 9 races this season. Antonelli 6, Behrman 5. Pourchaire has actually done a madness at the end of this season, winning so many races, but it wasn't enough to come back because of the damage that Antonelli had done at the start of the season and the consistency that he's had of 15 podiums versus 12. Wow. And so that is it, guys. That is the end of 2028 here in this F1 Manager series. I'm so glad that we got to see it like that because that was unreal, like I just said. And that is it for the end of this season. I hopefully will be able to now continue into 2029 and the save will reset itself in terms of the car part problem and the soft locking. And I guess you're going to have to wait till the pre-season episode to see what I'm going to be doing because currently I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed. I probably have the pick of the bunch of what team to go to next. I'm going to have to see who wants me for 2029. The semi-disgraced team principal that left Audi because of fraudulent money issues. We're going to have to see. But guys, if you have enjoyed this one, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.